Hi, my name is Julia with the City of Surrey. I'm excited to connect with you online. Today we'll be doing 30 minutes of yoga. For equipment, I don't have any with me today. You don't need any specific equipment, but make sure you have a safe space around you to do your class. A yoga mat is always useful, but not necessary today. As always, if you have any medical conditions or injuries, take care of them during the class. Modify whenever you want to, take a break if you need to, and drink water whenever you want to. So starting off, to center yourselves, bring the shoulders up, back and down. Relax the hands down and relax the shoulders away from the ears. Now take your head and balance it on top of the neck and spine so that no muscles are working to hold the head in place. I'll invite you to close your eyes. You don't have to if you don't want to, and I want you to breathe. Take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And again, inhale through the nose. And exhale. This time we're going to add some movement. Inhale, lift the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale. Roll them back and down. Inhale and exhale. Bring the arms with you if you want to. Inhale and exhale. Let's bring the hands up in front, tuck the elbows in nice and tight to the sides. Imagine you have little dishes in your hands. You're going to inhale, offer them side to side. Keep the elbows tucked in tight and press those thumbs towards the back. Bring them in, cross them in front, link the thumbs, turn the hands over, inhale here. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears. Exhale to front as you untangle those thumbs, tuck the elbows in, inhale. Press those thumbs behind, warming up the shoulder girdle and getting the body ready for some work we're going to do today. Inhale. Let's do this one more time. Inhale up and exhale down. That's it. Let's take one hand, slide it down the body. Other hand reaches up to the ceiling, stretching up along the sides. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale as you transition through center, changing sides. Inhale, reach up. Let's do that again. Inhale. This time let's press that hip out to the side. Inhale, exhale. That's it. And let's do one more each side. And press that hip out. And release. Okay, let's roll those shoulders again. Nice deep breath. Bring the arms with you. And we're going to get ready to start Sun Salutation A. So coming up, if you have a yoga mat, just to the top, towards the top edge of the mat, ankles, knees, and hips are in line. Standing up tall and thinking about sharing the body weight across the feet. So not just sitting on the back of the heels or the front of the toes. Share that body weight and stand up tall but relaxed. We're going to get into mountain pose, imagining that we're lifting the arches of the feet up. Take a look down at your toes. Make sure they're not scrunching up. It's an imaginary lift of those arches. That's going to start the calf muscles. Imagine you're going to lift the kneecaps up, engaging the quadriceps, a little squeeze of the glutes, lifting the ribs, pulling in the navel. Those shoulders come up, back and down. Reach the fingers down towards the floor, balancing the head on top of the spine, and reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. A beautiful, powerful mountain pose right here. Let's hold it and breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Keep holding all of that strength in your mountain pose. One more breath in. Now we're going to add some movements. Let's inhale, reach up. Hinging from the hips, we're going to swan dive down. Making sure that the hips haven't swung backwards, that the body weight is still evenly distributed around the feet. Forward fold. Allow the head to sink down towards the floor. Now your hands can rest right here on your shins, here on your thighs, or if you can reach them down towards the floor or hold your elbows.
Hold it here, keep breathing. Just holding nice and gentle in our first stretch. Slide the hands up the shins. A nice flat back as much as you can. Coming up to halfway, a long spine, stretching the top of the head and the tailbone away from each other. Nice deep inhale here, stretch that spine long. Exhale back to forward fold. We're going to bend the knees, reverse swan dive, all the way up. Inhale, if you want to, you can lift the face, looking up in between the hands. We're going to come back down again, forward fold. Inhale, up to halfway. Exhale to forward fold. This time, bending the knees, placing the hands on the mat. You're going to step out into plank. Plank can be on toes or on knees. It is up to you. Pressing up from the floor, scraping the elbows along the rib cage, lowering your body in one piece. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, tuck the toes under. For the first time, we're going to come up onto hands and knees. Join the toes together and press back into child's pose. We're not resting here. If you need a rest, take one. Otherwise, this is an active child's pose. Hands are wide and flat on the mat. Pressing the tailbone back towards the heels. Now, get those elbows and slide them outwards so they're pressing towards the outer edge of the mat. Bring the shoulders down away from the ears, nice long neck. Lift up the hips, tuck the toes under. Lift the knees off the floor. You can rest the belly on the thighs. And then, when you're ready, coming into your first downward facing dog, pressing the tailbone up towards the ceiling and walking the dogs. That is walking the feet, dropping one heel at a time. Now with my hands, I want to be able to press up and away from the floor without bringing those shoulders up to the ears. I want a nice long neck and those elbows pressing out towards the outer edges of the mat, if you have one. Continue walking those dogs. Go nice and easy on this stretch. It's your first one. Raising up one heel. Turn your eyes, look up at the top edge of the mat, and however many goes it takes you, bring that foot up in between the hands. Now, if you need to, you can use your hand to help that foot come up. It doesn't matter how many times it takes you, press up nice and tall. And when you're ready, you're going to bring the other leg to join it. Big step in. Inhale, up to halfway again. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive, all the way up. Exhale, bring it all the way down again. Inhale, halfway monkey. Nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Let's just hold it here a moment. Holding onto the elbows, hands on the shins. Bend the knees, place the hands down, stepping out with the other leg this time. Into plank, toes or knees. With your plank nice and tall, scraping the elbows along the upper body as you lower yourself down. Tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, raise yourself up. Head, neck, and shoulders. Let's hold this here. Getting ready for downward facing dog through child's pose as we did before, or straight into downward facing dog if you are comfortable with that. Again, opening the elbows wide, dropping the shoulder blades towards the tailbone so you've got lots of space around the ears. Now, if you want to, keep the legs straight. Make sure that you're not tipping yourself up on your toes and you're allowing the heels to sink down towards the floor. Hold it here and breathe. When you're ready, raise one heel. It's the other foot this time. And again, however many goes it takes you, bring that foot up in between the hands and bring the other. Inhale, halfway monkey. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive. Up you come. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to be adding on. Inhale, halfway monkey. Exhale, forward fold. Now you can step or jump out to plank. I'm going to step, but if you want to, you can jump right here. Press yourself up from the floor. Inhale and hold. On your knees if you need to. Getting ready to lower yourself down. Nice and slowly as you can. Tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, raise up the head, neck, and shoulders. Drop those shoulders away from the ears. Nice long neck. And tucking the toes under into downward facing dog. Through child's pose if you need to. Adjust the position of the hands if you're feeling a little more flexible right now. Walk the dogs or hold them here. Inhale. Stretch that leg out long. Eyes to the top edge of the mat and bring it up. Just the one foot this time. You can drop the back knee down. Place the hands on the front knee. Lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. If you want to, you can lift up that back knee into lunge position. You can always keep it down if you want to, or drop it down. Shoulders are back, chest is lifted. Now the hands, they can stay here, offering you a little bit of support. You can bring them here, or you can drive them all the way up to the ceiling, lifting up the chest. Lunge position. Hold and breathe. Lengthen those fingers without bringing the shoulders up. You can hold this for longer if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to come down, hands either side of that front foot. Now the back knee is coming down. Untuck the toe. And then keeping this hand in line with the foot, you're going to take the opposite hand, place it on the lower back, press up from the floor, and turn to look to the side. Now, if you're not comfortable with your neck looking up at the ceiling, keep it in line with the spine. If you're comfortable and you want to try it without allowing the body to sink over to one side, you're going to raise this arm up, press up from the floor and reach to the ceiling. And breathe and hold. And then when you're ready, bring that hand down. Tuck the back toe under, lift the knee, and nice and easy, bring the other leg back, shake it out if you need to, coming back into plank. Inhale, press up, nice strong plank, toes or knees. Lower yourself down nice and slowly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift up the head, neck, and shoulders. Into downward facing dog. Adjust the hands if you need to. Open those elbows wide, press the shoulders down away from the ears. Walk the dogs or allow those heels to sink down towards the floor. Thinking about adding on to this now. Pressing the armpits towards the toes. Closing up that upside down V position. And then raising the other heel. Eyes to the top edge of the mat. Just this one foot's going to come through. Drop that back knee down. Hands on the front leg. Lift up that back knee. If you want to, you can leave it down. Chest up tall. Hands can stay here on the knee, here on the hips, or raise them up towards the ceiling. Hold and breathe. Lengthen up through the arms. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Strong in the legs. Okay, hold that as long as you want to. Otherwise, you're going to place that other hand in alongside the front foot, and place the hand in the lower back, turning the shoulders. Remembering that alignment. Choose if you want to turn and look up at the ceiling. You don't have to. Wherever your neck is comfortable, keep it there. As long as you can keep this position, take this hand and raise it up to the ceiling, pushing up from the floor. Nice deep breath, stretch up tall, bring that hand down, getting ready with that back leg into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower yourself down.
tops of the feet. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Into downward facing dog. And breathe here. Let those heels sink. Adjust the hands. Press the armpits towards the toes. Open those elbows wide. Lift up one foot. This time, this knee is going to come into the chest. You're going to allow the body weight to sink onto the hands. Place that knee behind the front. And let that back leg stretch out nice and long. So this position here is stretching the outside of the hip. If you have a hip or a knee issue, an alternative to this position is lying on your back. And a number 4 position offers the same stretch without the body weight on it. Otherwise, if you are in pigeon, right here, you can keep the head, neck, and shoulders up. If you want to, you can take a rolled towel, place it underneath the hip. If you want to increase this stretch, come down on the forearms, stack your fists, and rest your forehead on it, just so the head isn't doing any work, the neck's not working here. If you really want to, lay all the way down, head right here. Now, this is not necessarily the most comfortable pose, but if it's causing you pain, please don't do it. But if it's causing you discomfort, it might be a very nice stretch you're receiving right now. Okay, hold that stretch. Now you can hold this stretch for as long as you like. We're just going to hold it for a little bit for the class, but if you really enjoy this stretch, you feel you're getting some benefit from it, it's great for our hips and our lower back. You can stay in this pose for a little bit longer, but we're going to carry on. You're going to tuck the toe under, the back toe, place the hands underneath the shoulders, and then you're very gently going to shake that leg out. Just do what you need to do to get that hip released, and then come back into plank. Press up from the floor, nice and long in the spine. Exhale, lower yourself down, tops of the feet. Inhale, raise up, head, neck, and shoulders. You might be able to come up a little bit higher, but try to avoid pressing up too hard from the floor. Lower it down into downward facing dog. Adjusting the hands, opening the elbows, and pressing the armpits towards the toes. Walk the dogs or hold position. We're going to do pigeon pose on the other side, lifting up the other leg. Lift the eyes up, let the body weight sink forwards. Adjust the hands if you need to. Bring that knee behind that hand. Straighten out that back leg. Keep the body up tall if you need to. That alternate position on your back is available for this side too. You can keep up tall. Bring the hands down. Stack the fists, rest the head, or come all the way down. Now, whichever leg you have forward, that opposite hip is going to be trying really hard to pop up. And I want you to work at bringing that hip and pressing it down towards the floor. Relax here into this pose. Again, it's not the most comfortable, I know it. Relax and breathe. Let the body do what it needs to do to stretch. Those muscles are going to be fighting you. That's it. And breathe. All right. Again, you can hold that for longer if you want to. We're going to tuck the toes under. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders. Bringing up into 3-point plank and then shaking out that leg. Whatever you need to do to feel good. Coming into plank. Inhale, press up. Exhale, slide those upper arms along the ribs. Inhale, we know what we're doing now. We've done this quite a few times. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Calf muscles and hamstrings, shoulders are ready for this work.
Breathe. And inhale, raise one leg. Eyes to the top edge of the mat. Bring that foot in between. Now bring the other one. Inhale, halfway monkey. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Add a back bend if you want to. Gazing up in between the hands. Drop those shoulders down. And exhale. Coming back to mountain. And relax. All right, everybody. That was our warm-up, sun salutation with some stretches added in. We should be really warm right now and ready for some extra bits of work. So let's go into our balance. Tree pose, which is also a hip opener. So not only are you going to be balancing, you're going to be working hard to keep that hip open. So you can stay on your mat. If you're more comfortable and you feel more stable on a flat floor surface, feel free to move. You don't have to stay here. But here we are. We're going to get into position with our heels under our knees, under our hips. You're going to stand up tall, but you're relaxed. Take that right foot and just tilt the heel towards the ankle. Hands can stay relaxed. They can be here on your knees. Lift up nice and tall. First thing you're going to do, you're going to imagine that this leg here is a gate and it hinges open. You want this gate to be as open as much as you can. You're going to feel this squeezing right here in the glutes. If you want to add a balance challenge onto that, you can do. Without collapsing onto the side, you're going to take that foot, avoiding the knee joint completely, and place it against the calf muscle standing tall. If you are an advanced yoga participant, you know that you can take that leg higher, always avoiding the knee joint. I am not going to try and demonstrate that for you today. Stand up nice and tall. The hands can stay here. They can come out to the sides. They're going to help you balance. If you want to add a bit more of a challenge, bring those hands out to the side, spread your branches wide, and then drive those shoulder blades in together. Lift up tall if you really want to add a balance. You can see I'm already wobbling. I'm not sure if I will, or I can place my toe down to help me balance here. You can raise those hands up, but not the shoulders. Shoulders are down. Inhale. And breathe here. Balance. Now, have we forgotten about this gate? Let's open it up as wide as it can go. Press that knee behind you. And lift up tall. That's it. Now again, you can hold this as long as you want to, but you may feel that supporting ankle starting to fire up now. Whenever you need a break, touch the toe down to the floor, or finish this pose and come back to standing position. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Opening up the left knee to the side. Ankle is touched to the floor. Your heel is touched to your ankle. Open up that gate, press that knee behind. Now, as we add on the balance, we usually forget about that, so we'll revisit it. Stand up tall, hands are here, out to the side for balance. If you want to, lift that foot off the floor. Take the hands, reach them far away, and then drive the shoulder blades in towards each other. Nice and strong. Adding more of a challenge to the balance, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. Reach the fingers up high. And now let's open that gate. Press this knee behind. Open it up. Press it as far back as you can. And breathe. That's it. Again, hold this position as long as you'd like. I'm going to come down because I'm wobbling already. Nice and relaxed. Breathe it out. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway monkey. Exhale, forward fold. If you're feeling brave, place the hands out and jump to plank. If not, step out to plank. Let's hold plank. Toes or knees, you choose. When you're ready, inhale, press up from the floor. Exhale. Lower the body. Inhale, head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding this as long as you'd like to. I'm going to move on. Lift one foot, eyes to the top edge of the mat. Bring that foot forwards. Join it with the other. Inhale, halfway monkey. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, reverse swan dive. Exhale. Let's roll the shoulders back. Okay, we're going to take a seat. I'm going to turn. We're going to take a seat, however works for you. Sitting with the knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and you're going to sit up as tall as you can, drawing up through the navel, lifting up the ribs, dropping the shoulders down, and keeping that head balanced on top of the spine, holding on behind the thighs. You're going to inhale, lift that spine as long as you can, and you're going to pull that navel in with an exhale, allowing the body to sink back, keeping those feet on the floor. Let's inhale, up tall. Exhale, do that again. Inhale. This time we're going to keep the spine in this position. We're not going to do that flexing of the spine. Holding on if you need to. Exhale and lean back. Holding on with the hands if you choose to. Coming into boat position. So challenges are available to you here. Lean back until you feel the abdominal muscles just kicking in to hold on. Let them do a little bit of work, and you can hold it here. If you want to, you can lift one foot and the other. If you want to, you can raise both hands off. If you start shaking, it means you need to come down a level. It's up to you how hard you want to work right here. Lifting the feet, releasing the hands. Hold, lift that chest up. And breathe, relax the shoulders down. And exhale, release. Okay, inhale, raise up. This time you're going to drive the navel in, and you're going to lower yourself down to a lying position, holding on behind the thighs if you need to. Placing the hands out to the sides, palms down, palms up if you're uncomfortable in the shoulders with this. Raise the knees up. Let's glue the ankles, glue the knees together. And we're going to drill the left shoulder blade into the mat. And we're going to take our knees and legs over to the opposite side. You can take the right hand, place it on top of that left leg, not to pull it down, but just to hold it and stop it from popping up. A nice twist here. Relax the hand all the way from the floor, along the shoulder, across the rib cage and the hips, all the way to the legs. If you want to add on to this, you can extend that leg, making it heavier, a longer limb, increasing that twist. Again, you can hold this as long as you can, but just check in with the body. Find out where there's any tension, where you're holding on to this position, and just let it relax, the whole body. Let the stretch happen. Taking this top leg, bending the knee in towards the chest, rolling over onto your back. We're going to get into a starting position. Do the same thing on the other side. Glue this right shoulder blade to the mat. These legs are now coming over to the opposite side, and you might find that you can stretch better on one side than you can the other. Take the left hand, place it on top of that right leg. Once you're in position with that top leg extended or not, start thinking about relaxing into the stretch. Inhale, lengthening the distance from the fingers to the knee. And exhale, relaxing and releasing any tension. Again, check through the body. Find any points of tension that you're holding on. And when you're ready, we're going to come out of that, bring that top knee into the chest, rolling onto the back. And we're going to hug the knees into the chest and roll those knees. And change direction. And then right now would be a time for Shavasana. If you want to take a break, have a rest here in corpse pose or whatever position is comfortable for you. Releasing and relaxing, relaxing the mind. But for us, we're going to continue on to the end of the class. So if you want to have Shavasana, please take it now. Otherwise, you're going to bring one knee into the chest and the other, rolling to whatever side is comfortable, resting the head on the hands. And then when you're ready, and only when you're ready, you can stay here if you want to, use those hands to help you come up to seated. Sitting in what we call easy sit, nice and easy, comfortable, but still with that head balanced on top of the spine. Relax the shoulders down. Let's rest here and breathe for a few moments. And then when you're ready, if you're comfortable, you can place the palms of the hands together. Touch the thumb to the heart center. Take a nice deep breath in. Bring the thumbs up to the forehead. And we say, Namaste. Namaste.